Hey guys, it's Omer from MMOs.com with another quick weekly news recap of all major MMO news and announcements for the week ending November 2nd, 2015. This is episode 15 of the recap, and the first bit of news this week is a game I've personally been hyped about for quite a while, Tree of Savior, and it's finally kind of here. The news is that Tree of Savior's second closed beta test officially began this week and is set to run up until November 25th, and given that it's closed beta, there will be a wipe at the end of testing, so players shouldn't get too attached to their characters. If you guys remember, the last closed beta only ran for about a week and a half or 2 weeks, and I actually missed that one, so this is the first time I've actually played Tree of Savior. I did a first look video on it already, and I've been playing for after my first look video, and so far I'm actually really liking it. The game's off to an excellent start. It's really fun so far, and again, the game's closed beta is ending on November 25th, 2015, so that's we'll see what comes up afterwards. Hopefully open beta is not too far away. Next up, some obscure news from Snail Games, the Chinese company, regarding Age of Wushu Dynasty. And I say obscure because most people are not too familiar with Snail Games, but they're the company best known for Age of Wushu. Actually, 5 Street as well. The game is by Jam. The news is that their mobile adaptation of Age of Wushu, called Age of Wushu Dynasty, is set to begin closed beta testing sometime in November. The game will feature, I quote, 4 unique schools of martial arts and a revolutionary combat system using animations modeled after renowned kung fu masters. Not sure which kung fu masters are really that renowned. I mean, is Jackie Chan a kung fu master? It's like the only martial arts dude I know. And Bruce Lee, of course. But from the looks of the trailer, it looks a bit more Diablo action RPG-esque because of the isometric camera angle. And the game will feature both online and offline gameplay, which is definitely unique for an MMORPG. Keep in mind, guys, this is a mobile game as well, so I'm curious to see how it'll do. Moving right along, we got some news from Star Trek Online from Cryptic regarding their newest update, Season 11 New Dawn. The 11th season of the game is set after the epic 5-year Iconian War. The update features a revised Cardassian story arc with 4 new episodes, a new space queue called the Badlands, a new ground queue called Assault on Terok Nor, which, for those of you that don't know, is the Cardassian name of Deep Space Nine. I'm a bit of a Star Trek nerd myself, as I've seen all 7 seasons of TNG, 7 seasons of DS9, 4 seasons of Enterprise, and 6 seasons of Voyager. So I actually didn't watch the last one. It's the only one I didn't really finish, because it was kind of meh. I mean, come on, how can a woman be a captain? So unrealistic. You know, the whole spaceship's moving faster than light thing, breaking all the laws of physics, you know, I can buy that, you know? But a female captain, can't buy it. Too unreal. I'm kidding. But Season 11 for Star Trek Online is live. Next up, Dragomon Hunter from X-Legend and Area Games enters open beta testing. No more wipes going forward and no more keys required to actually play the game. I already did a first look video for it, and if you liked Aura Kingdom / Eden Eternal, it's worth checking out, mainly because it's made by X-Legend, and they have a pretty good track record of making some pretty solid quality games. It's a Taiwanese company, but they do make some solid games. The gimmick here, or rather its unique feature, is that the gameplay centers around collecting Dragomons, which kind of sounds like Pokemons. That's kind of what they are. Basically, any enemy you battle in the game, you can also capture, which is neat. The game's graphics are actually really sleek and beautiful, so I'm not sure why they opted to make this cinematic trailer you're seeing right now as the official open beta trailer. I would have went with a gameplay video because the game's graphics are actually, I think they're really nice. But yeah, the game is open beta and available for everyone. Up next, Chronicle RuneScape Legends is starting its closed beta testing on November 25th. And for those that haven't heard of Chronicle RuneScape Legends, it's a card/board game spin-off of the RuneScape franchise. It'll be available on both PC and iPad sometime in 2016. And given the iPad release, it's logical to assume there will be a mobile release as well. Players will get a chance to check it out on during the closed beta on the 25th. And it looks like Jagex is trying to pull off what Blizzard did with Hearthstone, and that's not too surprising, as Hearthstone has been a huge moneymaker for Blizzard, over $20 million a month. And apparently the game has already received great feedback from its fans at RuneFest, the RuneScape convention earlier this month, actually early in October. Players can get set up for the closed beta testing right now on rschronicle.com, the game's official homepage. And artistically, the game actually looks a lot like Hearthstone, I'm not gonna lie. And as a fan of Hearthstone, I'm actually looking forward to checking the game out because it looks kind of cool. You got the kind of card games and also like a miniature kind of game. It's kind of like Mage Knight or something. It looks kind of neat. But the actual interface looks so much like Hearthstone, it's ridiculous. But I guess it makes sense to copy them because they're making so much money. Next up, the Containment War update is now officially live for Dirty Bomb. It introduces an entirely new game mode, a new map, and a new Merc to the game. The new Merc probably being the biggest change, or rather biggest update over here, because Mercs kind of changed the game a lot. It's almost like a new hero for a MOBA. The new Merc's name is Stoker, and he's an explosive kind of dude. He's armed with Molotov cocktails as well as a long-range assault rifle. Also included in the Containment update is the Execution mode, which is a search and destroy style game mode. And the new map they added is called Dome. Also included in the update, as well as almost any big update, is small balance tweaks to all the other Mercs as well in the game. If you haven't played Dirty Bomb yet, it's actually not a bad shooter. It's worth checking out. It's kind of like, it mixes traditional FPS elements with almost like MOBA style game mode, because every hero has different abilities, so it's definitely interesting. Up next, some big news about Blade and Soul. The game finally begins its closed beta testing in the West. It's only available to founders during select weekends this month. It won't be running 24/7 like the Trio of Savior beta, rather only on the weekends, and again, it's only available to founders, as well as a few lucky users that got closed beta keys from their closed beta sign up on the NCSoft website. But yeah, guys, it's finally here. Blade and Soul has been a game that's been coming soon forever. It actually launched back in South Korea ages ago now, back in 2012, so it's finally coming in the West in early 2016. With we'll have more closed beta weekends later on this month, and hopefully the open beta will not be too far away. I have not yet had a chance to play the closed beta, but I will probably do a first look video somewhat soon. Next up, some pretty big news from Albion Online. The game's closed beta testing is set to begin on November 23rd. It's been a game that a lot of people have been looking forward to for a while. The game already had its summer alpha testing earlier, but now the closed beta is finally right around the corner, November 23rd. It's only open to the game's founders, unfortunately, so you have to pay money to actually play the beta. Something I'm not exactly too fond of, but that's just the way it is. It's funny because the game is only open on the 23rd to legendary founders. Epic and veteran founders can start playing on the 24th and 25th respectively, so it's a bit odd, so they're staggering it. And with the closed beta, a lot has apparently changed. The game's combat system has been overhauled with new skills and skill shots, and laborers can be hired for resource collection now. So it's a game I'm looking forward to because I've been a big fan of Ultima Online, and it's kind of trying to be the spiritual successor and kind of incorporating a lot of features from classic Ultima Online. But again, time will tell, because it's a game I have yet to play, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm just not going to buy a founders pack to play it though. Moving right along, we got some news about Neverwinter. The game is launching its Underdark expansion pack on November 17th, and the expansion features quite a bit of content, including a storyline written by R.A. Salvatore himself, a legendary writer in the D&D franchise. Included in the game's storyline is actually you get to fight alongside Dritz Stu Erden, a very famous drow from, aside from just a new content we can explore, there's actually a few other changes as well. Strongholds will have new plots and PvP towers unlocked, and demonic heroic encounters will be replayable, and they will scale to the number of players involved, so you can just keep doing those. Unfortunately, this update is only launching on the PC on the 17th. The Xbox One version will launch later, early next year rather. Up next, some news on NCSoft's long-running free-to-play MMORPG Aion. The game officially launched on Steam, and to aid the game's Steam launch, a new server called Bertra has opened up to players that want to do a fresh start. So it's kind of cool that they're launching on Steam to kind of get a bigger audience, a new audience rather, and they have a fresh new server for them as well. Because it's always intimidating to jump into a game where everyone's been playing for a long time. So a new server launch, which should smooth that over. Not to plug Steam again, but I am a fan of games that launch on Steam. It's really the only platform I prefer to download my games on, so if every game can be on Steam, that would be ideal. Up next, some news on Marvel Heroes. The game is launching, the game actually just launched a new hero for the game. The game's 50-second playable character called Blade, who's actually voiced by Dave Fennoy, the guy best known for voicing Lee Everett in Telltale's The Walking Dead. I haven't played The Walking Dead Telltale game, but I have played The Wolf Among Us, which is actually really solid. Additionally, Marvel Heroes will be receiving an infinitely replayable Danger Room next month, later in November. It'll be an all-new experience made for players level 60 and higher. And where Marvel Heroes really stands apart is its huge variety of playable characters. 52, man. This is the 52nd one. That is hella impressive. The next and last bit of news this week is from Blizzard Entertainment's Heroes of the Storm. They released Artanis to the general public. Previously, Artanis was only available to people who pre-ordered StarCraft II Legacy of the Void, which created a bit of drama, but now he's available in the store for anyone to buy. He costs 15,000 gold, which is quite a bit, so if you want to buy him, you should have been saving up gold for quite a while. The whole only available to people that pre-ordered was definitely controversial, but now that he's available to the general public, everything is A-okay, and hopefully Blizzard doesn't do that going forward. And anyway, guys, that's it for major MMO news and announcements for the week ending November 2nd, 2015. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the podcast. Later, guys.